Right, legends, welcome to the New York live trading session. So there's not much for me at the moment with current areas, but we're gonna mark out plans. Okay. So what we've got here is, let's go to the economic calendar. I think I'm gonna do an FX detailed one tomorrow because it's all over the place. We've got CPI tomorrow. I think after the CPI we get a clearer picture, and then we got quite a bit of retail news coming out. There were the Aussie employment numbers, then the ECB, kind of a big week. So these are the news events, okay? And that's why we exited the gold as well. So I'm in two minds right now, because when we have such big moves, it's going to lead to a dry period then, okay? When it's a dry period, you don't want to get on board, you don't want to chase it, okay? So if I look at this, ES is dropping, VIX up, then I look at across the board, then I'm looking at dollar down. That's not making sense to me. So maybe heading into the news event, they're doing some stop runs, some this, that, the other. Hence why I want to wait for the new week. I mean, for some time to unfold before deciding direction-wise. I mean, look at this. We got, okay, dollar index a bit of a bid, but not much. And then we got gold ripping. I mean, no, we're out of this already, by the way. We got break even on this, so there's no loss on this one. I just have updated the chart. Save that. So that's why I said it's going up here. So I want to see what happens here now. It's a tricky moment, even for my crypto trades. It's like kind of difficult. So we focus mainly on Bitcoin and Ethereum. I'll mark out some day trade setups, scenarios that could evolve into something bigger, because I just struggle to take a trade when everything's conflicting. When I'm getting conflicting signals, I know, okay, you know, it's my time to stand the fuck back. Okay. I think after CPI is when we're going to get clarity, because if they're starting, I mean, you always get that heading into a news event. Sometimes you can get that divergences, you know, correlated assets doing their own thing, which is normal thing, which happens normally. Just because it happens for 1 or 2 days, no, I'm not going to go for value short here. I'm not looking for value shorts. Why would I be looking for shorts? I wouldn't be looking for shorts when I've explained in here. I think it's going to take this out. Do you see what I mean? Did you watch the weekend video? On the weekend, for those asking questions, if you haven't watched the weekend video, go watch that first, because I've explained so much in that. So all of you should know the reasons for this area, right? I'm assuming everybody here has watched the video on the weekend. It's only 12 minutes where I got these levels from. So we're going to continue from that. I'm not going to repeat that, wasting both of our times if I repeat that. But what we will do is continue on from that, okay? So continuing on from that, what we're going to look at is this now. So we want to see some sort of pullback, okay? Now, this is where the range levels are going to help, okay? So where could it pull back into? So it didn't a pullback in Asia. It's only a Monday. Relax your body. It's only a Monday. It doesn't matter. Even if you joined new last night, you can still watch the video out there. So if you're new, watch that video, and then this will make sense, okay? So we're going to continue on from that. And also, you had plenty of time from joining the session to today. I had plenty of time to watch. It's only 12 minutes. So what we've got here is, remember the range. So we've explained the higher time frame range. I think these stops get blown out. This is where we're going to use the Asian quant levels. I say Asian quant range levels. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to mark that as the basic range. We're going to mark out. Are you planning to make a scalp? Yeah, I will do. It was just busy. Market's been busy, so I've just been delayed. So with markets like this, I don't even have time to sleep in this market. So I didn't expect this kind of run in the market. So I will finish the video. That's been delayed because of market conditions. I think it's better to make money in the market while it's volatile like this, and good than the concepts. That will come hopefully by the end of this month latest. I just want the market to slow down. When market slows down, I have more time to do that. But with markets like this, I mean, I think all of us are at the chart screen all day, those that can be. And then we've got this here, around this region here. So this is a range, right? So what we've got here is range low. And I said, remember from the video, if you watch the video, you'll know the long. You would know the long scenario. And I even said in there, you could go long there. I said in that video, you can go long in that video with a small position. I went with Ethereum, which has traded swole live. Then it reclaimed. You could have looked for a long there and up there. I was just so tired yesterday after all those longs. There was too many longs yesterday. I was just knackered yesterday. So relax with the questions. Let me just get through my shit first. For fuck's fuck's sakes. So we go up here now. And we're there. I'm still explaining stuff. Or just people are jumping to before I've explained it. So these are going to be the next target area. That's going to be range high for us. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to look for the range levels to get on board. So a couple of scenarios are, we've got a couple of support levels. Now I could mark out this as a support. This is a range level here. Okay. Because this is support, 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 support. When you get deviation, once you get back above, it ripped up. And we've got this. So ideally what I want to see is, there's two scenarios. One is a deep pullback scenario. If it does the deep pullback, retest, then takes off. Or it does the shallow pullback. Or it just goes in one go. If it goes in one go, let it be. Let it be so. Okay? It doesn't matter. So what we're going to do is entries based on in a trending market. So there's a concept videos in the teaching section in the concepts tab, entries based in a trending market. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the range levels chart. So there's a couple of range levels charts we can look at. This is not one of them. So there's one here. Into stream again. I think after tomorrow I'm going to have a clearer picture, to be honest. No, it's not this one. There's no spare. Yes, spare chart. Look at that Asian quant level. 19730.8 pinpoint. Boom. I like that. I like it when that happens. So we've got spare. There you are. No, that's blank. That's the blank one. We're going to use this chart. We're going to go over this chart as well. Yeah. There we are. So look what this chart did. So if you looked at the range levels, right? Now I was just resting for the market. I mean, how long were we up for? Fucking hell, one trade after another. All of you should have made money with those ones. No excuses. You literally got free trades on that one. It's here. So the chart I posted on the feed. So let's go back on that. The setup. I think Earth is probably an easier one. Earth to BTC. Okay, monthly open. So this was the monthly open one. I'm just trying to repeat that. I mean, this is where you have to chase it. If you look at entry based on invalidation, okay, it's not an easy one. Okay, I mean, I took it personally. I was just scalping it. I was scalping it here. You're going to chase it there. If you didn't chase it there, that's fine. Let's assume we didn't get that, which is a valid point to make. So what we're going to do is, that same chart area, see that level has a resistance previously, we're going to have to wait for that area, at least as a retest, or some sort of consolidation to form. Now that consolidation around here can look like a couple of things. One is, it comes towards here, retest of, that's like the high that caused the low, we retested that. This is the consolidation that pushed it up. So when I come into here, I'm going to see the price action around here, and then it breaks the market structure pattern in the concepts tab, and then we're going to go for the long, okay? Maybe monthly open target 1, as that's always a resistance area. And then we've got that there, target 2, and then target 3. Now what I'm also going to do is use this range and say, okay, on a naked chart, which I'll do after this stream, we've got 50% here, haven't we? Okay. Now, has the range levels been respecting that? Yes, they have. So on a clean chart, and I'll do that after the stream, we got from that high to that low. Look at the mid range. Look at that, blood. Look at that. So we want to see some sort of pullback towards that. If it doesn't give us that, the pullback scenario, so pullback, I don't know how deep it's going to go. It could do the deeper pullback, we wait. I'm not going to leave. This is where I don't leave limit orders, okay? Because I don't know, it could do the deeper pullback towards here. So usually in a trending market, what do you get? You get like this, like that, like that. You often don't get moves like this. Very rarely. You can sometimes, but you have to know, if this is on a mission to take out these stops, it'll be very shallow pullbacks. So what we have to do is prepare for the breakout scenario. So is scenario 1 clear? It comes towards here, we get some consolidation, breaking structure pattern, there's your long, cutting a clean break wherever the low is, target, target, target. Is scenario 1 clear? Just putting it out there before we go on to the trend continuation. And then we'll use the range levels from January's range as well. So we can use these range levels as well, okay? So on a separate chart, I use multiple ranges. And the reason why, like I've explained before, is sometimes one is respected more than the other. That is it. There's no right or wrong range to use. You use which one price is respecting currently. So I'll have about 2-3 different types of ranges. One is the macro range levels, as you know. One is the January high-low range levels, etc., etc. And at the time, which one's going to respect it, we go for that. So So that's just like a naked chart point of view on this chart. Now we're going to continue on and say, okay, which range levels are being respected? So you know we've got this chart here. And what we've got here is, no. This one here. So what I want to see is, we've got the January's high, okay? And we got last week's weekly open. That's finding resistance to the tick there. So the trend continuation will be, I want to look for a setup around here. So what we've got here is, okay, let's see if it consolidates. If this gets respected, why? Because it was the previous SR before, okay? And we get consolidation here. A breakout, hold above. There's your long towards here as target 1, okay? We'll get to target 2 in a minute. But for now, that will be the trend continuation for the main target. That's over $1,000 move. Listen, we're not going to be picky and choosy. We just got to take what the market gives us. If it's a small day trade like that, or if you see that small, so be it. So what? It's just the market. Is that clear? So that's the trend continuation using the January's high. Why? Because January's high was resistance, deviated. Once you go back above, there's a support there, retest, pushed up. Support, pushed up. A bit of support, obviously the congestion here is breakdown. Resistance. Let's see if resistance, take out some stops, then we can get back below there. And that is it. That's it. As for higher time frame targets, what we're going to look for is, let's start with natural SR first. A natural SR would dictate that it would be around here. As first objective, see this here? That's a basic level to reach, isn't it? Agreed? So that's the next area, whatever that number is, around 28k, 28 to 29k area. Just go for the minimal level as target. It could squeeze up towards there. So that's going to be the next target. Now, if I was to clean this chart up, we could have a possible scenario if this is going to top out soon. We're still range bound, remember. And usually, before the big fuck you drop, we get a big fuck you run up. Every market, remember, we call it a blow off top. It's only not a blow off top, but you don't want it to be a blow off top. Let's be honest here. If you're already positioned short, you don't want it to be a blow off top. So, what we do is, we got this as our range high. Let's just call this as our range low. And that's the SR level. So, scenario that we could have for, I'd say, possible top being in, would be, rip these motherfuckers out, possibly. So, target 2, if it blows though, if it blows above here, for example's sake, so if it blows off here, and it finds support here, if it starts finding support, you gotta watch it. I don't know if it will. When it does, so I will react to the market. And if the market does that, that's gonna be my long for the breakup play, unless it does it in one go. Right into it, and then I'm probably gonna have to get out of that. Then, if watching the ES, see if that's run range highs, where that's at the time. If this then gets back below, we've retested the macro support level. This would be considered, would you all agree? Macro support, right? Where are the stops going to be resting at that point? If we're going to say this is going to be range bound by that point, we got that there. Once it gets back below here, that's the main trigger. We may look for trades around here. I don't know. When the time comes, we'll have day trades around here. But I'll only know that when the time comes. But the moment that happens, game over. Game fucking over. And by that point, we retested the level. We're going to go towards here. Let's target 1. Take out the stops into this. And by that point, it could do this. Ping pong back up. I don't know. It's going to be, we're going to assume ping pong till you're wrong. Okay? So a breakout above here, or a break clean smash below here. Which, why here? Because that's the level capping the downside. So clean smash below here. This is all in the yesterday's video, by the way. That's why I'm not repeating all of that. Clean break below here. That's when I go for the shorts towards 12k, 10k area. Clean break above here. We go towards possibly here. Okay. So far, is everybody clear? So I've just gone over those scenarios just in case. I've gone a bit overboard there, but is that clear? I initially just want to do the extended target move. Okay. That is literally it for Bitcoin. You don't need to overthink it. I'm not overthinking it. Some people here are overthinking it way more than me, and we've been nailing the low and high on these moves. Both directions. We shorted it. Got the fuck out right at the low. But I went for S long instead. It was a weekend as well. I didn't like taking weekend moves, but it is what it is. Now, another way of looking at it, I know it's a mess. And if you're new, you're going to have to watch the previous videos just to get where these range levels are from. But it's basically, just to summarize it, it's in the review. So you're going to have to watch the pinned tweet, the must, and it says concepts, videos, and the must watch. If you type them in, you'll get it. That's the range high, previous all-time high, and whatever that low is at the time. So that's the range, and that's the midpoint of that. So that's basically copy pasted back up like that. That's what it is really. So the next mid-range level, the key point, the midpoint of this, which would be that, is around here, 28,579, which lines up with KSR. I've got a feeling we get there. Now before that, what we have is, I know it's messy, it's just loads of range levels. Just know where I got that from. That's all you need to know. You don't need to worry about anything else. And after today, where some of the alts are at, if they do break out, we will be looking at long alts again. And I'll go for 1 or 2 alts. And I need to see today's close. If I get a good close for today, then don't worry. If you join late, you can watch the recording. I'll get that in a minute. So this would be the key area, wouldn't it? I know it's messy, but on a separate chart, what you can do is just take out that level, use BitMEX, because I'm drawing the levels on there just to be in sync with everything, because sometimes they do vary sometimes. So that would be that. That's the equivalent of that. So as notice, that's the midpoint was the big level that capped the downside. So the next targets are going to be here and then there. So within this one, for the next screen, I'll get a clean chart out. We're going to have this, the midpoint there, big level. If it clears, breaks and holds above that, see that? Deviation, back below. Deviation, back below. Each time came back toward there. Break and hold below, above, target. So then we're going to zoom in on this now. Now, unless it does it in one go, there's nothing we can do about that. It is what it is. Okay? Just market things. What the fuck are you going to do? Don't know about crying about it. It is what it is. So what we're going to do is, okay, let's see if we can get some consolidation around here. Consolidation just so we can gear up for a long. If it's going to rally up all in one go, we can't do nothing about that. It is what it is. Next trade. There's many trades I miss. Okay? That's why when I said get on board here with a smaller size, there's a reason for that. Okay? I'm not saying get on board in that sense, copy the trade. I'm saying the reason why I would have gone on board, which I chose F instead, more likely to move on a weekend, isn't it? For this reason, if it goes. If it's bear market rally, it won't let people get on board. Remember when we positioned for this? I'm not getting off tangent here, but remember when we positioned for this here, did it really let anybody on board? Even then, I mean, I got out a bit early, but we nailed the low. It didn't. It just went in one go, and I believe this could be the second leg now. This could work very, very well. So if I do this, I know it's messy. Clone that line. What is that? I wonder where that lines up. Oh, lo and behold, equal measured move. Can't make that shit up. So what we're going to be looking for, I mean, if we do get set up, once things calm down a bit, like calming down would be probably around like this. So once you made that big rally move, you don't want to be chasing that. Okay, unless you get on board with a scalp idea, so something like this. It consolidates. We'll be discussing that as well. So if it consolidates here under this range level, I wish it was under there, and then breaks out, you can chase it. That's entry based on invalidation, which is in the concepts video. Yeah, we're gonna ignore FX for today. I'm gonna get back to FX tomorrow probably, because I mean, this, like I said, they're all doing their own thing. Once it calms down, it's early in the day, early in the week, okay? And CPI is tomorrow. So once that shit gets out of the way, we'll have a clearer picture. So like that. But that's all in the concepts video, by the way. So what we're going to be looking for here is that this is a big level, you see. So these are the two main levels here. They're ranges. So have these. So what you want to do is you want to screenshot this, and you want to get BitMEX feed up, and you want to mark out range high, range low, mid-range, and then you can just half that, mark that out, half that, mark that out, and then you can do the halfway points of that if you wish. Okay? What we're going to be looking to do, hopefully, is if a market gives us the opportunity. I mean, this is a fucking trend. It doesn't matter about the trend. I'm just drawing it anyway, just to fit the narrative. Oh, look, lo and behold, it doesn't really matter. What we're going to be looking to do is we breaks above, consolidate here, breaks above and hold. This time around, we'll anticipate the breakout. That's where we look for the longs. And what you could do is target. Now, what you could do is, like I said, if you want shorter term targets, day trades, take the high to the low, whatever, you can do it neatly yourself. That's going to be an objective. Funnily enough, that more or less capped the high. If I was to draw this accurately, that more or less capped the high, didn't it? Close enough. So, I mean, short day trades targets there. But that's going to be the main objective for me. 26,457 and BitMEX feed. Then this. We will deal with this part when the time comes. Okay? When this time comes, we will then deal with it. I can't make it up now, unless it does your one candle. Does that make sense to everybody? So once you know this, you know what the rest of the market is going to do. Okay? So unless now he's approaching that big resistance area, I've got a problem with alts now, which I'll get onto in the sense we're timing it. So Another factor is we've got Ethereum here, and we look at ETH. So everybody is saying the main thing is you understand the reasoning. When you understand the reasoning, you can replicate it yourself. So far, if you're new, it won't make sense. You just gotta watch the video. You just gotta deal with it. But you understand my thought process. My thought process is very unique in the sense where how many look on Twitter and compare it to what I was saying. Wasn't it accurate? Bang on point. Because it's understanding the market context, isn't it? There was no secret entry trigger. Triggers are secondary. Triggers don't matter. I just smacked it bang there, long there. I know where I'm wrong. The market does the rest. Are you worried about an entry point when you got on board long there? After this move, no, you're fucking not. Yes, you can refine your entries using your little tools, but it's understanding the context first and foremost. Look how many people that were messaging me that didn't understand why did you get long? This doesn't make sense. Well, now you fucking know. Okay, because the market talks for you then. So, not to blow my own trumpet, but you know, it is what it is sometimes. But it just shows reasoning validation targets, yes. So the reasons for the invalidation targets are in the video. So let's move on to ETH now. So Bitcoin is covered, right? So for these reasons, I don't have a reason to short Bitcoin yet. I was a bit 2 months in the morning because I do adapt quick to the market. When I saw Bitcoin coming down, ES coming down, I was in about 2 minds there. What's going on here? Okay. But I think it's just CPI fuckeries really. And if we're gonna look at this chart, where the fuck are you gone from? Where you gone? Here. If this starts rolling down and this starts holding, now this could be the early stages yet. But I don't know on ES right now. I have no clue because ES has actually hit the other target. I don't know what's going on with ES. Maybe ES's move was to come here. If you watched last Friday's video, we're explaining there towards here. So I'm going to wait on FX. I really have no clean read on FX right now, but I will do after CPI most likely. So if I don't cover something, it's because I don't have a clean read, or we're going to force something that's not there. Now we're going to move on to Ethereum. Moving on to Ethereum now. Meth. Look at that FTM. Okay, now look how many of these trades went nicely. God. My exit wasn't too bad, to be honest with you. On these ones. Matic, Sushi. So the reason why is because we are flipping points. For example, let's just take Matic for example. We will cover the I'll start posting the alts. Don't worry, Asian Quant will be helping you guys when I believe we're going to flip, when BTC flips. When BTC flips, Asian Quant will come out the hiding cave. And you guys knows how much money you guys make with Asian Quant. Let's not pretend. So when he comes out, you know, everybody else is fucked. So the real issue I have with this is we are at a big resistance level. Yeah, we got this little move here, but I'm just using this as an example because most of the alts are looking like this right now. Okay. I don't have no beef with Matic really. It's just bullshit really. It's a fucking shitcoin, okay? And it's just, you get bored on Twitter. Somebody makes me a meme. I go, yeah, okay, let's just push the meme forward. That's what it is really. I don't give a fuck. I don't even know what the hell half these coins do. I mean, half this shit, you don't even need coins. But can you see my point? That's major resistance level. Yep. Now, if Bitcoin flips, Bitcoin's approaching what? That major resistance. If this flips, okay, we're going to get long then. I would probably play towards here, maybe even a double top there. But that's going to flip that first. So can you see my reasoning? Now, a lot of you right now, well, you're looking at this, and you're looking at this move only. That's the problem when you're not making money, and if your P&L's not going up, and your equity isn't going, that's the reason why. Because you're FOMOing in, you're desperate to get on board, you're not being patient, you're not looking at, hang on a minute, without resistance right now. And if you've been doing that for years, not getting anywhere, that's on you. Simple as that. You're either cut out for trading or you're not. If you're not cut out for trading, you only got yourself to blame. Either do something else or fix the fuck up. Simple as that. Moving forward, we've got Sushi. I'm going to just give you this as an example for the F. Sushi is coming to that. It's mid-range right now. Look at that big resistance level. Now, where I will go long, I'm just giving you an example because I'm not going to go into loads of alts. I'm giving you an example it's that resistance, major resistance. We're using this as our range high. It's a quarter. It's a what range is this? Let me just go to the monthly. I may have drawn it wrong. Yeah, it's just that monthly high there, that monthly low there, and that mid range. Just that because we're within that monthly candle. So just take that as the range for now. And we're at midpoint right now. So I'm not going to be long in here. The time was long for here when we went long. We went long here, didn't we? We milked most of this move. How much money? This is, we don't need no more. We need to wait now. So, having said that, another example of is if Bitcoin flips the level. If this flips, because this could just be a sell-off right now. I don't know. I wouldn't look for shorts because I'm leaning higher for the reasons I've given you on Bitcoin. It makes more sense to take out those stops. So at that point, I don't want to trade both ways. You can if you want. I'm okay to wait out. I've had a lovely week. I'm going to wait for high probabilities just on Monday. Now, if it gives me sign of breakdown after today's price action, then okay, we will. Because then we've got a Monday's range to work with intra-week. Now for this, if this breaks above and holds, and then most importantly, Bitcoin. No matter what your altcoin is, or what you believe in it, or the sort of cult group you've joined, nobody gives a shit. Bitcoin is not giving a shit. But when Bitcoin flips like this, and if this does this, that's the next trade. Well, towards here, first target, second target, and some lovely juicy stops here. Does that make sense? So that should remove the FOMO. We're ready. Resistance should become support if it's going to go higher. If it starts breaking down, distributing, well, usually distribution comes after some consolidation. Consolidation, then distribute. Consolidation, then distribute. It takes time. Does that make sense? So you wait. Next up is Ethereum. We'll end the day because I really do not have a clean view on ES right now. I'm gonna observe. I'll do updated charts if there's something. If not, we'll wait till either this evening or tomorrow most likely. Let's let the day close. See after post CPIs when we get the main shit. Because then we'll have a clearer picture what the fuck the market wants to do. FUSD now. Now you could have chased it here if you did. Okay. But what we're going to be looking for now is see if we can get the pullback. I'm gonna wait for, if it doesn't give it to me and it just goes, so be it. So what? That's the market. You're not going to get everything. So what I've got here is we've got that range, 1759 is the extra extended range level. We've got these juicy stops resting here. See those highs there? So you want to target those areas first. Then the 1759 is just a range level for the ranges chart, but it doesn't really matter. And then 1784. Why the 1784? I like the 1780s because it was a high before. Which high was this? It was a monthly high. Yeah, just go for that monthly high there. Yeah, 1780s. That's the range highs. And then after that, what we've got is so if I look at it from internal range, I generally think we come down, we come up and take out these clean highs here. Look at that. That's a beauty. That's technically a range high because when we made this low, what was the high point there? If this is the leg, because this is the leg, we've been trading within this leg. So we've got this, and then ultimately I think we go towards here, 2030s, whatever the high, whatever the number is there. Does that make sense? I'm just starting the context off now. We start with context first. Okay, so if we're saying that this is our range, technically that's the low anchor point, and that's the leg high. Let's just mark it like this, okay, because they're both equal just to demonstrate here. That's a very clean stops resting there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to mark out another level within that. That's been a deviation area. Now if I was to mark this out, that here now is a deviation area. It comes here, finds support. Once it gets back below, sell off. Once it gets back below, sell off. Resistance, resistance. You missed this, so the fuck what? Deal with it. Next trade. Now if you miss this part of the leg, we'll discuss the short-term trade here, but the main trade will actually be higher up here. Because unless it's one candle that's different, wait for that retest. Now we know context-wise, if it's going to go up, it should hold. If it holds, there's your long invalidation, cut a clean right below, rip up that. Now after that, if it does that and then come back below, the main short trigger will be here, smack it back down, take out these lows, and then back down towards there. And that is the range. This is the deviation area within that range. Does that make sense? Is everybody clear with that? We've milked most of this leg. Okay, a tiny bit left. So the fuck what? Okay, we found a day trade in a minute. I'll go over. But the main trade is actually going to be the one that nobody wants to know because they don't like waiting. They want to get in now. You want to get in board now because you missed it or whatever reason. Well, you're going to have to fucking wait. But that's the next main play for me from a swing trade perspective. Does that make sense? Before I continue to the intra-week range levels, and once today unfolds, we will have more intra-week range levels. But so far, is that clear? Yes, no, maybe so. Okay, excellent. And that is also in the F video. You watch make sure whoever's watching the recording now, watch yesterday's video I did. Yesterday's video on the 12th of March 2023. You want to watch that video. That's got the key points in. That's got the dog's bollock shit in there. That's what you want to know. Now, we're going to go down now. Now, this is approaching range highs. So what we're going to be looking for, okay, I've got this there. Now, let me mark out this level here as well. 2-2s. 1 second. The actual range high. There. Okay? That's a separate range. That's a key range level. So what we're going to be looking for now is, okay, if you missed this move, so the fuck what? Okay, so a couple of scenarios. It is where it is. Who cares? Next trade. Go first. What we want to see is, okay, the pullback scenario. If it pulls back, trend line, reclaim back over the range level. That's going to be my long. I'll cut it a clean break below here. Target, target, target. And then that next level, I don't know where the fuck it is. I'm going to draw it soon. That's the short-term target. We need a pullback. I can't chase it here. Then, for whatever reason we missed this, okay, so be it. Let this create a range here. And then once he does that and then reclaims, because often he does, right? Often he does. Go back at all the videos. He does do that, most likely. It's just, you don't feel it. Oh, no, it's going to go. I'm going to miss it. So the fuck what, man? I'll miss loads of trades. The reason, see this account here, this was a $300 starting account. I don't have to get back to the beginning of it. This was a $300 starting account 2 weeks ago. I only took these trades. It's on 209K right now. It's a live account. Some 18K, that's 26K. This was a $300 starting account 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks or 2.5 weeks. I can't remember the exact date because I was trading and not trading it. I use this account just when I got an itch in my balls. Okay, when I want to trade. I've literally read it because I go degen on it. But when I do trade, this account is degen, but very picky. Very, very picky on the setups. And it's the setups I wait for. And when I get it, I fucking go big in. But because it's degen, on a normal account, I'd be smaller risk. Okay? I don't know, I've done all sorts. I've taken up a $50. I just do it out of boredom. Some are blow, I'm not gonna lie to you. These accounts, some of them are blow as well. It's just for me to just fucking distract myself. You got the ship posting. If you see the ship posting go up, you know what I'm doing. Or if I'm not ship posting, but I want to focus, I want to get a feel for the market, I'll do a degen. Something small that doesn't affect me. Okay? But now I'm gonna be careful. It's nearly $250,000 soon. From $300, but that's waiting for the right conditions. So if I wanted to wait now, if I wasn't in this trade, I'd be waiting personally. But this play is the one that's probability, the odds are high. Does that make sense? The odds. Don't worry about the risk on this account. This is something most people here can't do unless you reach the level of consistency or discipline. If you're able to wait for this setup only, that would be enough to probably take you from 200 to 400K easily. Probably a lot more than that. Okay, but I'll be waiting. I wouldn't get chopped up here. Most of you right now that made money here, you're going to get chopped up here. I'm going to be honest with you. There's a number of you here that's going to get chopped up. It's natural selection. That is called natural selection. Okay? Okay. Because it just is. Okay? Because you can't help it. I'm going to be telling you to stop it. The more I tell you this, the more it's going to probably think you're going to get offended. You're going to take it to heart. Either I'm going to tell you to fuck off, or you're going to say, you know what, might as well listen to the fucker. And maybe then my trading will change because I'll keep doing the same thing. I have zero ego in this market. Zero fucking ego. I fuck around on Twitter, but have you ever seen me ego? I short it, I get the fuck out, I go long. No ego. Okay? No fucking ego. Oopsie daisy, we're on 200. Look at this. So in real time, in the future, you can take degen accounts like this, and that's at 221 now. You'll be printing yearly salaries in like minutes. But you know what I mean. That's the point. So, what we're going to be waiting. Okay, let it do its thing. I'm not going to be chasing here. Doesn't matter. Leave it. You either wait for the pullback, or we wait for something to happen here, because I don't know what's going to happen. What I know for that is here. The other one is wait for this one that's always there for us. Break above and hold, and play towards there. We're going to mark out a range within this soon when the time comes. Does that make sense? Is everybody clear? I only showed you that account just to fucking show you. Don't degen. This account was built by waiting for these type of trades. I'm trying to show you proof there. I don't have to get back to the record thing, but yeah. Some of them are shitty trades, just fucking about, but majority, the growth of the account was made of those trades only. Purely those trades. Okay, high probability trades. Well, where did I take? I took an F short. The only F short I took on this was trade Bitcoin mainly. Was remember the breakdown trade on F here? there. That was the only short I took on that account. That's it. The late move, the last leg, but that was the high probability leg. If you recall, when we took this, only that move there. Make sense? Clear? So I'm just trying to show you proof that, or just to, sometimes you need to give somebody's heart a piece. Okay? Don't worry about compounding. Compounding comes when you know how to do one thing first. None of you should talk about compounding until you know how to do one thing. Okay? Is the screen frozen? Is the screen frozen? Yeah, no, I removed the other trade. This is the account. I removed it. Okay, I think GoToMeeting fucks up sometimes. Okay, but do you guys get the message of the story? Now, I showed you a couple of ways to compound on Bitcoin, didn't I? We compounded 2 swing positions, and we took the third day trade as well, which technically was a swing trade, really. Remember, we took 3 positions. That was a decent sized. That one leg was an example of growing that account. Does that make sense? But I was patient. How long were we stuck in this short for? We were shorting this. We're taking a bit of heat. My entry wasn't great, but I had in violation. But we're still stuck in the short, didn't we? And while everybody's lunging, we milked it here. Everybody gets short here, thinking they know what the FA is. Shut the fuck up. No, you don't know what FA is. Because why was the market nuking? The market should have nuked when that news came out. Market was pushing up. We went long. Whether you took this or F, same thing. We played that back up. Does that make sense? And those 2 moves are all I needed for grow that $300 account. Okay, is everybody clear with the plan? The main thing is you get the process. Watch yesterday's video again and again. To get my thought process, that's the video. I'll make that a must-watch video, actually. Maybe in a concept video. Somebody tweet to me and remembers to do that. When I post this link, one of you please, just reply to me, make the 12th of March video a concept or a must-watch, in case I forget a lot. But does that make sense? Yes, everything's recorded. Every single session is recorded. Okay? If you can't make it, the recording will be on the website. Okay, I'll catch you guys soon. That's all I know for now in the market. There's nothing else. There's no secret source to this. This is only it. When I know something, I'm going to get in balls deep. When I don't know something, I wait. And I shit post. A bit of misogyny as well. But yeah, you guys take care. I'll catch you guys soon. Bye-bye.